And welcome back to Praggers Gaming. I'm Gamer Praggers, and this is Railway Empire 2, and this is our first impressions video. I have been playing this for a few hours. I've completed the first campaign chapter, so I thought I'd just do a quick video to get down my first impressions of the game and what I think of it. So, what is Railway Empire 2? Well, you get placed in charge of a railway empire, and it is up to you to grow your company into the largest railway company of the continent and outsmart your competitors as you connect cities and companies with an ever-expanding network of rail lines, bridges, and tunnel. And yeah, that in a nutshell is Railway Empire 2. It was developed by Gaming Mind Studios and published by Calypso Media. It is available on PC, the Xboxes, the PS4, and the PS5, and will set you back around £45. However, I'm playing this on Game Pass for Xbox. So, let's get into it does have multiplayer, but I haven't touched on that. As I said, this is a first taste video, first impressions. There are tutorials which go through the basics. There's a campaign mode where you've got 5 different campaigns. As you can see, I have unlocked chapter 2. So the campaigns set you up with an opponent, and it's down to you to build up your railway network, and you have a list of tasks to go through to complete in order to move the campaign on, and you need to do those by the dates that are set, otherwise you will end up failing the campaign. So as you can see, you've got cities and businesses that you need to connect up, and by providing the towns and the cities with various goods that they require, you can then grow that city, and they'll want more exotic items. So for example, down here, so you can see up here, Syracuse has 20,000 inhabitants, but and these are the list of goods that they'll require. On the right hand side, you've got how much of the demand we're meeting, how much is in stock, currently being delivered by train, and the demand per week. And then, as you can see, as you get more citizens, you'll unlock more and more advanced items. But the idea is you connect up various businesses to the towns to provide them. They'll grow and help you make money. It's not just freight that you get to transport. You can transport customers as well. So you can see this train here is going between Boston and Albany and is currently taking passengers and mail. I love this game. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I think it's fantastic. I never got to play the first one, but I do have it on my wish list. So hopefully during the summer sale this year, it will be on sale and I'll be able to pick that up. But we also have a competitor, and he's got his own businesses, his own rail network, and we are competing. There he is, Barty, for the money in the area, basically. And if you get on the wrong side of him, he has the possibility of sabotaging your trains, your network. I've seen where he stops a station from being able to load goods for a set amount of time. As well as building up your rail network and buying new trains, and placing stations, there is a pretty sizable research tree, which I think is fantastic. But yeah, and the graphics are brilliant, and you can get right down to train level, which I think is fantastic. Let's find a train. There we go. One of the other things you can do with the trains is you can ride along with the train as it goes on its journey. So there we go. You can see the train. Oh look, you can see. I didn't realise that. You can see the passengers inside. And there's our driver and Coleman. But yeah, you can go down the train, look at all the passengers. Oh, there's the mail sacks, which is quite cool. Yeah. As I said, with the research tree, that works on you get a certain amount of innovation points per month, which you can then use to buy certain researches, but you also get them available to you as part of a auction. The game currently has 3 speeds: paused, normal speed, and ×3 speed. Apparently you can get it zoom dependent, but I haven't quite worked out how that quite works. But yeah, as you know, as you can see, as cities and towns grow, they can get extra businesses. So we've got 2 here in Boston. We have the sawmill and we have the meat industry, which obviously require meat and wood to be able to produce their goods. But you can also put in an extra building that will help with the city. So you can have a library, which increases citizen happiness and increases the fulfillment of demand by 10%. So that's the demand of goods coming into your city. You can have a museum, which increases the passengers by 20%, but can only be put in cities over 70,000 citizens. And in a university, which allows a city to grow beyond 100,000 citizens. The campaign and the tasks, I think, are brilliant. They guide you just enough that you know what you need to do. It's then working out how to go about it. The tasks in the campaign, as you can see, this is I have now finished the campaign, or this campaign. I've achieved all of the tasks and got the optional tasks as well. And as you can see, my network is a lot larger than it was just now. It's quite interesting to see how my track layouts have changed. Obviously, it's quite a mess here, but as I started developing out this area, it became a lot more precise. And that's just over the first campaign. So you can, as you can see here, you can also get bonuses for first. Where is it? There you go. A connection bonus for connecting a business into your into your network. You've also got things like this, so that's letting me know that New York City has grown. This one over here is letting me know there's probably a small breakdown on my train. Yep, small breakdown. Between on the train lines, you have to make sure that there are supply depots, so that trains can stock up on fuel, water, and sand. So you need to consider that. The trains have, if we have a look here, the trains also have the green bar here, have their condition. If that gets below a certain point, then they're more likely to break down, which is why one of the things you can do with your train stations is you can customize them slightly in terms of additional buildings that they've got. So here we have a maintenance depot, which will allow us to repair our trains, but you can also have a warehouse. Warehouses are used to transfer goods between train lines. So for example, to get wood from Greenstop to Boston, with the fact that I've got two train lines, so obviously I could have a dedicated line between Greenstop and Portland, and that would get meat and wood to Portland. One of the things we could potentially, as an alternative, is to have it within Boston to Portland. Unfortunately, in order to do that, you have to change lines, which is what you need the warehouse for. One of the cool things you can do is you can see the flow of goods. So you can see here that from a distance, we've got 67. We have a percentage of the grain being delivered to Albany, which has given us 100% happiness in Albany. But we are the goods are flowing from that farm to Albany. What else? So you can see here we've got sugar. So if I go here, you can see that sugar is going from Kelly Farmstead to New York, Albany, and to Syracuse, all by various different lines. And I don't believe there is a dedicated line between Kelly Farmstead and Syracuse. I believe it's going via Albany. But that's a cool little thing. You can view your engines and apply various different paint jobs to them. And age them up. Now it's all rusty. Oh yeah. Paint job standard, custom. So you could have them decked out in your own color scheme. But I thought that was quite cool. So there we go. Here, this is one of the other things you can do is you can have an auction for some of the businesses. So you can center on where it is. Now that's in an area that I don't currently have access to because I don't have the concessions for it. But as you can see, there's one city with 7 rural businesses. So what have they got? They got corn, 2 lots of grain, some veggies, and some apples, and milk and cattle. And it would be up to you to bring those together into your network. One of the things I do quite like about the visuals is if you do buy a business like I have here, you can see it leaves a little mark on there to let you know that you've bought a business. So if you don't want to necessarily do anything with it yet, for example, like we just had an auction, I could have bought that and it would let me know where that was for me to then connect up at a later date. As I said, there are also scenarios. which I haven't looked at. Scenario. Okay. Oh, the Flying Scotsman. In 1860, rail transport in the speed and comfort, take control of the East Coast. Establish an express service between England and beat the competition to be the first to reach the goal. Creating one of the Okay. Yeah, and you can set up your own custom games, and there's a sandbox mode as well. Yeah, if you like management games, then this is a great one because it's nice and chill, or at least it has been so far with the first campaign. I can imagine it probably gets a bit stressful in later campaigns. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you want to see more Railway Empire 2 on the channel. If you've enjoyed the video, then leave us a like. If you enjoy my content, then please consider subscribing to the channel. It costs you nothing but means a lot to me. Also tick the bell so you know when new videos go live. In the description is a link to the channel Discord. Feel free to come and talk about the games you're playing, the games I'm playing, games in general, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!